Hello, and welcome back to another Eternal City that is kind of empty. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna continue exploring through this area. I was thinking about it a few days ago for me. About how you define a city. My impression is a city is at least partially defined by population numbers. Like, if your population is too low, you're a town at best. So, you can't... If your population is non-existent, you're not a city. And if you're not a city, then you're not eternal. So it's not really an eternal city if it has a population of 50 monster ants. Like, kind of an interesting thing to me. How... I mean, obviously, anything being called eternal is because it's aspirational. They want their city to be eternal, and it's part of the title, but you couldn't even call this an eternal town anymore. It would at most be like a village. I know that scale might have a part to play in it too. Like, it's a very physically large space, but... and there's a lot of buildings. It's just mostly kind of something that I'm curious about. Oh, these dudes. The defining characteristic. Bad idea. Well, these guys explode, right? It's so fun. It's so fun, I forgot all about it. Oh, it's the best. If you can get them to chain explode, it's so much fun. Because one of them explodes, they automatically insta-gib the other guys, who automatically chain explode. Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I was talking about towns. It's just an interesting... It's been several years since I read about it, so it might not be true anymore. But at least a few years ago, the smallest town in Canada had a population of like 14 or 15. It had an incredibly small population. Yet it was still technically a town, I believe. That's a shield. And this is kind of fun. It was somewhere in the prairies. Sorry. Because it was Tilt Cove. Where is it? Oh, no, it's in, Tilt Cove, at least, is not correct. Ah, no, Tilt Cove is... Oh, cool. Okay. Tilt Cove is in, Newfoundland? And in November 2023, the 4 residents of Tilt Cove, 2 married couples, voted in favor of relocating. So theoretically, that town is gone. Because if the 4 people relocate or are going to relocate, if there's no one living there anymore, it's not really a town. Which is kind of interesting. Because it's... I bet anybody... Well, I mean, there's only 4 people, so there's nobody. But I bet anybody that deeply cared about that town would be really sad that no one will live there for at least the foreseeable future if they do indeed relocate. I wonder how that vote went. Like, I assume the married couples, individual married couple, so 2 married couples, I assume both of them, the couples probably agreed within themselves. So, it was probably a 4-0 vote. But I wonder what they, like, I mean, it's a nothing thing in my mind. I don't know how, like, I don't think they'd be able to force other people to relocate just because they want to, but it makes me curious if somehow there was a 3 to 4 vote, what would have happened? There wouldn't have been a 3 to 4 vote, there would have been 2 to 2, 4-0 is basically the only answer, because the married couples would discuss amongst themselves and come to an agreement with what they believe is best for them as like a married couple. Like staying here or leaving. Because if they disagreed, it would probably be an issue. Like they would discuss it before voting. Is what I think would be the sane choice. There's a sound back here. Did something through... Oh. That's the sound. Not very dangerous, huh? That was not hitting the shield front. It's kind of weird. Item. There's definitely something else here, right? Hey, another Somber 7. That's good. I just need 5s and 6s. Oh, I only need 6s, actually. Where are Sombers? Sombers are here? No. Oh, I was in crafting with the wrong interface. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm saving the 6, so I just need a 1 and a 6, and then I'd be able to boost something all the way up to a +7. I also could go buy a 1. I don't have the strength requirement for the Radon swords yet. Or do... I'm pretty sure I do not. Yeah, I need 38. Just for the sake of grabbing it. Yeah. Don't really love that attack style. Just kind of slow. But until I'm desperate, I won't upgrade this weapon anymore, hoping that I can get the greatsword upgraded first. So this is a stone sword door that you're not supposed to get to from this side. You're supposed to get to it from the other side. Small towns are kind of neat. Like, it's from a I've never lived in a town that small perspective, but I just wonder what it's like being there, because it's not gonna have the common like grocery stores, because you wouldn't have enough people to keep a grocery store going if you have a population of 10. It's a very... Ah! Guaranteed combo hit. Because I couldn't roll after the first part hit. Good to know. That if I get hit once, I die. It's important to establish the danger. I need a new helmet. This helmet's really boring. That looks kind of nice. I like the little hat. The color doesn't match well enough, though. Nah. That's not bad. Doesn't look great, but it's not bad. I'll switch to it for now. Stop running away. Okay, now I just need to chain explode these guys. Come on, chain explode, please. Get into AoE. Come on, close, close. Oh, not quite. Ooh, that was close. Now they're gonna explode. One of them. Then the other one. Then the other one. I wish there was a combo bonus. Ooh. Ears are behaving weirdly. I wish there was a combo bonus, so if one blew up, then blew up another, then blew up another, then blew up another, it, like, doubled every time. Actually, the chaining of the lightning is useful for one point. There's a specific, like, enemy later who it is beneficial to explode like that, because the sentient balls that roll at you are dangerous, but there's an area that there's, like, a ton of lightning guys that you can use to kill it real quick. Okay. I didn't expect them to attack that way, because realistically they wouldn't have been able to attack the way they did. The first hit. It would have hit me, but then it wouldn't have behaved and clipped through the coffin? I mean, I know that in this game world they obviously can just attack through coffins and stuff, so I shouldn't have hoped that they wouldn't be able to, but... Okay, they're far enough up that maybe I can chain most of them? No, they're not close enough together. Oops. Chain? Nope, last guy didn't position correctly. I mean, these guys are really valuable to kill at this stage, because that's like, what? Almost 4,500 to kill them all? And it's really quick, because I have a appropriate weapon. I don't know how those guys work specifically, though. Okay, nope, couldn't run past him somehow. And despite there being space to shove him a little bit, it would have been fine. Yep, logic. Yes, because he can see me through this door. I know these games do this all the time. I just really wish they didn't. Where they can just attack through doors and stuff. Well, more attack through walls than doors specifically, but... completely worthless. I'm not even going to waste my time. It's lame to not fight them, but it's a waste of time to fight them. It's better to just run away. It is interesting how the stamina works, though. You get infinite run, but it doesn't regen, so if you're at like a 10th of stamina because you started running when there's enemies, you then have to worry about this area right there. If you get lucky, you can just chain the lightnings and it will kill the ball that's inside pretty easily. But if you don't, it's also very, very easy to die. So balls should appear? Or am I remembering the wrong area? I might be remembering the wrong area? That's lame. Where's the area that I'm remembering? As it stands, there's no point in killing this. Unless it blocked the door. I don't remember this happening. I do not remember there being a ball that traps you like this. It's just a really boring enemy type, though. Oh, does that stagger it? Okay. Jump attacks are OP. Balanced. Gameplay. Design. Gameplay design. The most overpowered attack type does more damage, staggers more, and can perma-stagger a giant sentient ball. I don't know if the ball itself is sentient. I just assume it is because I don't see anything controlling it. It's not very sentient if it thought that was going to get me. Nothing back here. Anyway, I'll ignore it for as long as I can. then hope it doesn't kill me, which it shouldn't be able to. Maybe it's up here that the room I was thinking of was. Centipedes. Not a door. I mean, it probably is a door, but I can't open it. Anything down there? Nope. Look at the ball. It's so confused. Look at all the exploders. I forgot about them. I love the exploding guys when I have a weapon that can actually kill them. I think if you're... I think they resist physical. Like if your weapon is purely like a physical crush weapon, they might be hard to kill. Wow. Gameplay. Gameplay. Not at all what I meant to do. Wow, gameplay. That's actually so lame. Because now I'm going to know forever that the easiest way to fight those is just jump attack spam. As long as you do enough poise damage, I guess. Maybe some weapons don't do enough. This is the room where if they chain appropriately, they will... You'll be able to kill the thingamabob, but they're not all lightning. Is what I forget every time. I guess it didn't chain. Wait, that's a shielded lightning guy. It is still fun to see, though. Bunch of lightning explosions. Come on. There it is. It will at least explode and do pretty good damage. Yeah, okay, if I die here, I'm gonna call garbage. I just want to explode it with lightning. Nope, it's not gonna work. The ball was not close enough. Guess it's just jump attacks. What a shame. Maybe if I don't attack them until after the ball comes down, it would be doable. But anyway, it's fine. A lot of larval tears is always good, though. Not that I'm gonna really necessarily respec more than once or twice, but having the option is always nice. Another somber 7. Sorry. I only have 1 6. Give me another 6 and I'll be able to actually upgrade this. Because if I had a 6 to spare, I would use it right now. I kind of hate how these beetles work. Hey, there's a 6. It just feels like it's weird how the beetles work. It totally makes sense, but I just don't enjoy the beetles. None of these are the exploders or the teleporters yet, though, so they're not that bad. Once you get exploding and teleporting beetles is annoying. Scarab beetles are quite interesting. Just as a basic concept for an animal. Ooh, how did that jump work? What? Yeah, stunned. It was never gonna work. I was just hoping it might. I don't think it was Tilt Cove, though, that was the smallest city in Canada. Whatever. Nothing else there. I have to run all the way again. But at least I get exploding lightning. More fun. Speak words. Jump attack. Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised she didn't jump backwards that time. She did this time. I don't want to die because I have actually got a ton of souls. this might be a good chain. I don't think we can get quite close enough to chain the whole way. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's so close. Please? Ah, what a shame. I really do enjoy this. And there's the various flower creatures that spew poison and stuff. If you poison them, they will explode. And then that can also cause chains if they're grouped up enough. I don't do that because it's totally worthless. There's no reason to do it, but it exists, I believe. Okay, I need to get to a location where this guy won't be able to ram me instantly to death. Okay, game over. Gotta let stamina regen. Here's interesting. I jump but I'm out of stamina, and I can still attack mid-air. It's a very weird fact that for some reason I can attack despite being out of stamina. It's utterly meaningless, but in theory it would be a good incentive to dodge, to use jumping to dodge, because oh, you're fighting a boss, you can jump to dodge, you run out of stamina from the jump, but you can still get a hit in. I'm gonna say a hat in, but I was hoping it would continue to chain. I don't have much to talk about. Today is just kind of weird. My schedule's been off for the last week, which is, it's entirely my own fault, but okay. Guess I do the boring thing. I mean, the real boring thing would just be leave, but what I'm gonna do is get snuck up on because somehow this guy makes no noise. I'm dead. Because this guy recovers very quickly. And I have to do the exact same run again. I'm pretty sure there must be either a grace right after this or a grace that I've missed on the way. My guess is a grace right after this, but for this game, this is one of the longest random runs that's just kind of not that dangerous. Because most of the times the runs are not, there's like, oh, you can use a Stake of America if you die because it's a bot. Or something. I'm not getting the runes this time. It's better just get out of here. It's interesting to think, though. Recently I've been thinking about different, I'll say styles of writing within the context of primarily simple, like, novels and stuff written for, like, pure entertainment. No real philosophy that is well implemented within the story. Between, like, a few different languages and translations as it is relevant, like, cause, you know, you get bored reading whatever you read translated. Well, I've, over the course of the last over 10 years, read, like, translated novels from Chinese, generally web novels, Chinese, Korean, Japanese. It's all kind of interesting. The only things I read are kind of bad writing anyway, but it's very interesting how you can, even when it's been translated to English well, you can generally tell, you can often, I think, tell the original language purely based on the formulation of the story, how the story is told, the common, like, ways things are phrased, stuff like that can all be used to judge the original language. And, like, I have read, it's been a long time, but I've read English and French books. French books that I read with whatever context, not philosophical, but like novel type books. I love spears and shields. It's always fun to fight. But like novel type things. I only read a few because it was mandatory for like French class. But even the French novels, they generally felt similar to, you know, English. Because, I assume it's because, you know, historically there's been a huge amount of cultural exchange between France and England, France and America, etc. Whereas there's been less of that between Japan, China, Korea, and the West. On the long-term historical, like, scale. Not in the last decade scale. It's just interesting, like, obviously a lot of stuff is common between any of them, like the whole hero's story styles and those sorts of tropes, like, oh, saving the princess and whatever, but outside of those, there's a lot of interesting, like, difference between how stuff is told. What is that? I don't remember how that's relevant to anything. What, did I go past it? Moon of Nokstella. Is it a usable item? Consumable but not actually consumed? No. What is Moon of Nokstella? I must have missed it somewhere obvious. But it doesn't look like it's here. I never found her. I haven't given the first Shibiri grape to anyone. Yeah, no Moon of Nokstella. What is it? It's not a spell. Is it a shield? I guess shields aren't weapons, huh? No, no Moon of Nokstella. I am actually just gonna search where it is. Oh, is it a charm? Ah. Or a talisman. Forget about talismans because they were not relevant. They won't be relevant for a while. Okay, so I will need to go down that way. Just a random person's note. Yeah, it's just fun, the differences and stuff, how stuff's written. And how I imagine most of it's like cultural, because the stories that are told depend on, you know, the culture in question. Oh, okay, why is... I thought I reduced the volume. It's possible that for the last little while the game volume has been higher than I intended, because I changed how I was... OBS added a new feature for automatically capturing the audio from the game capture instead of having to have it as a separate device, sort of, within the system. And I changed to that, but it doesn't automatically drag from what it was before, but I fixed that for the other, like, scene. It's not really a scene, but the other stuff that I've set up. Yeah, I've been here. This is just down the way. There's definitely a grace near here, but it's probably down below. Yeah, there's a grace right in front of that tower, I think. I might have looked and then totally glossed over it, but there's definitely a grace in that direction. Maybe that tower, but it's this way. I think. Because there has to be one near here. There has to be. They wouldn't leave me graceless. Would I die if I fell? I might, and I don't want to waste that time. Okay. Guess I'm done on this upper plateau. It's not really a plateau, but it's not a cliff either. I mean, that is a cliff, but... What? Oh. Kind of interesting that criticals are kind of bad. There's stuff that incentivizes criticals, where you restore HP or FP on a critical, but... criticals are just kind of bad in this game, compared to just... because you get extra damage on the critical enemy, even if you don't do the critical. And like against an ant, you might as well hit it normally, it'll die. Against bosses, you can get multiple hits in, and then you can try to get a critical at the end, but it's still better to try to get like 2 or 3 hits before you even try to get a critical. It would feel a bit manufactured though, if there was a flat amount of damage that the critical could inflict. Like, oh, a critical can only give you an extra X amount of damage, would feel bad, but it would incentivize just taking the critical hit instead of hitting them multiple times. But maybe they don't want to incentivize that. Maybe they do explicitly want you to take the time to attack. What the? Oh yeah, these guys are awful. I hate these ant riders because their motion and their attacks are desynced because the ant moves and the attacker attacks. And so I die because I'm bad. But I can run through the lower sections. I don't need to go up above to get back to that. I should also get my runes and upgrade my weapon because I have a spare 6 to use. Or I could upgrade the troll sword instead. Upgrade this instead of upgrading this. I'd have to buy an extra somber 1, but it might be worth it. I don't know. I don't think it has a very special okay. I'm getting shot. I don't think it has a very special attack. It's basically just a great sword with a colossal sword, but it is basically just a great sword, so I don't think there's anything really special about it. I think giving 9 ghost glovewort's weird to me. Mostly because I don't care about glovewort. I'm gonna die. Yep, what a waste of runes. I was hoping I'd be able to kill the first guy, run away, and have him explode and kill everyone else. But instead, I got staggered because they preempted my jump down attack because they knew I was going to jump down at them somehow, despite being blobs made of, I don't know, metal. They knew I was going to jump down to attack them. Obviously. I just think the way enemies react is weird sometimes. Like, it's probably reasonable that the orb monsters can tell exactly where you are, even if they wouldn't be able to see you because they don't have eyes. So they have to sense you somehow, and that sense would not need to be limited in the same way as, you know, sight. Makes sense. Doesn't make sense why they'd be preparing for me to jump down there and shoot me with a spear the moment I land. That doesn't make sense. Like, how would they know that I was about to do that? They wouldn't. How'd that not hit the other guy? That's dumb. Wow. Did they actually dodge that specifically? Or was it just a random hop back as part of their move? I'm gonna die. Into the lightning. What is with their movement? Bye. Bad choice. One of these is going to die in one hit. And I'm about to get exploded. Oh, did the ant die? Because I don't see a guy riding an ant anymore. That animation was broken. He did not shoot at me and it hit me. Like, at least make the animation fit the angle of attack, please. Because having it behave that way, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, this is the ranged guy that's been shooting me from up above. And now he's gone. Whoop. I missed. Ah, yes. Whoop. I missed. I think the tracking on enemies is a weird... It's necessary for the game. It's just weird. Like, oh, you randomly jump in this direction that's totally unpredictable? I still managed to shoot you. You yourself didn't know half a second ago where you were going to land? I can still shoot you. You are literally behind a wall? I can still shoot you and know exactly where you're gonna be. So that the moment you exit, you're dead. Whoop. I just want to kill the last of those guys because he's annoying me. Okay, I can't ride a horse. I thought I could. Oh. Oh, these are not even the bad snails. These are just normal snails. I mean, they're bad, but like... They're not the snails that summon other... strong enemies. You have to kill the snail to stop the enemy. I'm totally in danger and I totally can't use a map. I think it's here. That's one of the shames about the teleport system in this game. Like, not being able to homeward bone out when you're in danger, so you have to wait till they stop. Aggro stops being an issue is kind of lame. But not having to consume items to travel quickly is nice.
Well, I took you for no matter lay out your own.
I don't know. I always want to let him talk. I can do Somber too. Or I could upgrade this. This would increase by... assuming the increase for every single level is about even. That would be 12 and 2 for 14. This is 13 and 5 for 18. Assuming every single level is the same, this is better to level up. I don't actually think every single level is the same. I just think... What the... What the... It's because I was two-handing it. The amount of damage gained changed because I upgraded it. That unequipped it, then re-equipped it, so I'm not two-handing it anymore. So it has a lower physical damage from the scaling component because the strength is not being applied as much. So actually I should compare it here. Which I think is still better. I can upgrade that later if I feel like it. For now I'll get this to a 7. But I need to make sure that I keep a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7 for the weapons that I actually want to use. Well, the singular weapon that I want to use later. I just need to not waste them, basically. And I haven't yet. But yeah. 114, 40. 85, 40. It's also like, this is already a plus 8, plus 7 out of, I believe it's 10. It's, oh wait, no. It's crazy how much easier it is to upgrade these somber weapons. Like, I haven't even spent any regular ones of these, and I don't think I could even get to a plus... Maybe I could get to a plus 12, but I wouldn't be able to get crazy far. A plus 7, I assume, is about equal to a plus 8, plus 15, plus 16 sort of range. Because 10 out of 25 is 1 over 2.5. So a 7 times 2.5 would be a 17.5, which would be either 17 or an 18. To get a weapon to a plus 18, I would need significantly more smithing stone 6s and 5s. Because I think it would be, I need 1, then 2, then 3, so I'd be able to get 3 points. So I might be able to get a 15. And then from there I might be able to get a 17, barely. But I wouldn't be able to get 2 plus 2 17s. The scaling between the smithing stones is off. It's way too easy to get sombers, because you only need 1 for every level, instead of needing several for the levels. Which, it just... The issue for me with that is, I would already want to use the weapons that are somber smithing stone weapons, because those are always the fun ones. They're the unique weapons, boss weapons, ones that have special attacks and stuff. I kind of wish... Like, the special weapons being better is fine. I'm fine with that personally, because I like using the special weapons. I sort of feel that the special weapons being easier to level is kind of not quite right. Like, I kind of wish it was harder to level the special weapons than it is to level the easy ones. Sadly, that's not how it's balanced. And it just further incentivizes playing the way I already want to play, which is, like, good, but... Because of it, I would never really opt to use... Like, if I had a decent option for a, somber smithing stone weapon, I would always choose a somber smithing stone weapon. I would never choose a regular weapon. Yes, the regular weapons are more versatile because you can put whatever Ash of War you want on them. But then, like, all the default Ashes of War are kind of boring from a fun, for me, perspective. They're all just kind of boring. They don't really fulfill any interesting goals. They're strong, or at least they, at various stages in balance, there are some that have been super strong that I don't know if they've all been nerfed so they're not strong anymore. I'm not sure. That's weird though. Why are these guys only taking 374 from a jumping attack when most of them have been getting one shot by jumping attacks? Like, do these guys take less damage for some reason compared to the other variants of the exact same looking enemy in the same zone? Or does poison reduce my damage for some reason? Is there a mechanic that makes poison make you deal reduced damage, like burn causes you to do less physical damage in Pokemon? Or at least certain versions of Pokemon, I believe. I am not a Pokemon aficionado, but I think that's something that I've heard about. I hate this enemy. Design! Jump attacks are the best way to do everything, as always. I hate that they can just attack through walls like that. It is so dumb. I know it's to prevent cheesing enemies and whatnot, but it's so dumb that they can just attack through every wall. Like, they can't even see me. They shouldn't be trying to attack me. Like, honestly, with how the game works most of the time, incentivizing hiding behind a wall wouldn't be that bad. It would actually be in the spirit of the game, I think. Like, they do nothing to disincentivize sneaking up behind an enemy, casting a cloud of poison and letting that kill them from 100% HP. I don't think they need to let enemies hit you through walls as well. It's probably just because it's easier for them to not have them bounce off walls, but... Why are there so many Somber 7s here? It's a lot in this zone. Excuse me. Like, I guess it's indicative of the fact that I shouldn't be here, but... well, shouldn't be here is wrong, but should be exploring other places first is more accurate. Because I only have, like... Ah, I missed. I'm actually a little iffy on that second miss. The first miss, absolutely deserved. I did not hit that first one. The second one looked a little weird. I think there's nothing this way. I think I just need to go through the door. Okay. It's interesting. Is it almost time for the gargoyle fight? The double gargoyle fight? Because I don't think that fight's actually that bad. I just don't love it. I think it's more fair than the gargoyle fight in Dark Souls 2, in my opinion. What the? The first part of the attack didn't crit, then I swung R1, R2'd again. What the? What? That's just a mana restorer, right? You're useless. No one needs you. Oops. And he moves to his death, except not? How did that guy not get exploded? Weird. I love the restoration here. Is Celestial do the... Oh, I hit the wrong guy, so I need to talk to the Turtle Pope to fix everything? Is that what it's for? I've never used it because I don't hit people that I don't intend to. Like, if I attack someone, I commit to killing them. Ah, yes. Oh, no, that's garbage. That felt trash. It's probably because I'm not wearing my lantern, though. That's probably why it felt so bad. I bet if I was wearing my lantern, it would have felt better. Maybe I'm under vigor. Maybe I need more vigor to be exploring this place. Also, I'm not going to level vigor until I'm desperate fighting Millennia. And then I grind levels just to level vigor. But until then, there's no way I'm leveling vigor any more than I already have. Whoop. The fact they can't hit me when I'm running, but they can hit me, they can predict that I'm about to jump down from up above and then stab me to death is pretty... It's... incongruous might not be the right word, but it doesn't match. These guys that can predict that where I'm about to jump, or react fast enough to where I'm about to jump, that they can stab me and chain stun me to death. I hate these guys. Go away. I just want to get my runes back. He did leave, though. That's very polite of him. Or them. Oh, yeah. They just do a stupid amount of damage. Okay, I can watch this. Yeah, they do a crazy amount of damage, huh? Well, I mean, they deserved it. Thank you, ant heads. All the ants are ant heads. Trap head ant, probably? No, not trap. Trap's not the right word. It'd be trapdoor. But that's not, that's trapdoor spiders. Door? It could even just be door-headed ants, actually. That could be termites, though. Doorhead ant. It is indeed probably a doorhead ant. Oh, this is the section with Ranni's stuff. I'm going over time, though. Do I talk to Ranni, though? I do.
Even when I turned my back upon the two fingers, Blythe remained my loyal ally. Though he was created a vassal for an Empyrean, he was a colossal failure on the part of the two fingers, Blythe and E.G. both. Art willing to give too much to me, yet they both understand what lieth beyond the dark path, that I must betray everything and rid the world of what came before. Ah. Should I add thee to the list? Another one, kind of heart, as kind of heart as they. This form hath loosened my tongue. I've let slip too much. Forget what thou'st heard. Forget.
It's kind of neat.
I've let slip, forget what...
The whole Ranni quest is fun. It's kind of fun to view it from, like... We showed up to lend a hand. And, if we die, less of an issue, sort of how I would view it. Whereas her two buddies, hopefully they don't die. Fingers crossed. They don't die. Ha 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 ha. They don't die horrific deaths. No. Let's hope they don't. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna go a tiny bit longer than planned. Well, I'm already a little bit longer, but I think the fight here is not far. And I want to get that done. Bye. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm just gonna run past everything. This is where the fight is. And I'm probably gonna die at least once.
Thou art the last. Tell the two fingers.
Oh, they're still chasing me.
That
Whoops.
Ranni the witch cometh. Rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
So they haven't... I thought they... Oh, it's later that they kill a two-finger. Okay. I thought she'd already killed one by now. I hate those stabbing type running attacks. I'm bad at dodging them. I'm dead. I'm not dead. That did less damage than I was expecting, honestly. Though I think he reduces my max HP because of the fire on his sword. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, though. Whoop. Backstab. Can't backstab. No, I'm thinking of Malekith. And how the fight with Malekith, he reduces your max HP with his flame attack. Oy, oy, oy. Come on. He should bleed soon. There it is. Terrible roll. And I got caught on a coffin, and I died to the fire. I would have died anyway, even if I didn't get caught on the coffin, but... It's not a lot of fire damage, though. It's weird. Just enough to finish you if you're at 5 HP, though. I guess I'll fight him after. Next time. It'll be pretty quick. I might die again. That's why I'm gonna stop here. Yeah. I'll fight him next time. Hopefully it'll only be one try. I don't know. But I'll be back. So have a nice day. Bye-bye.